Hello, good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, wherever you may be. This is Juana, and I want to thank you for being here today. And today I'd like to share with you a project that I finished, and it's a journal in a box. So this box measures 6 1/4 by 8 1/2 with a 1 3/4 spine. And so I used Ulala's Vintage Treasures pink silk journal kit, and I covered the front of the box using a couple papers from the kit, and I added this lace medallion. I cut the middle out of it, and then I added this little handmade metal charm thingy in the middle of that. I kind of whitewashed it so that it wouldn't look too brassy. And to that, I added this beautiful rococo trim and accented the little roses with some little pearls. Here's an applique bow, and then I added a ribbon bow to that. And I also added a couple of flatback beads to the medallion itself. I used this organza and pearl trim around the edges to frame it out. Scattered a couple of flatback pearls here and there. And then up in this corner, I made this flower out of satin, and I added some organza flowers to it, some pearl sprays, different pearl sprays, and tulle sprays. This is a bridal trim that I cut and dyed it pink. And then over here, I just added some little fabric roses and a ribbon rose, and a couple of buttons here and there. And then I left the back plain. Sorry about that. I left the back plain. And I used the paper from the kit to cover the box, as you can see. And then I added a couple of trims outlining the whole box, and flatback beads also outlining the whole box. And so we open her up, and on the top of the box I added this dress form with a skirt on her, accented the waist with a ribbon flower, added a little piece of lace to the top of her corset, and then I added little flatback pearls for the buttons. And nestled inside the box is the journal. And because it is such a snug fit, I added a piece of lace so to make it easier to get the journal out. It's just like that. And the inside of the box with the paper and the lace trim, and then a little fabric bow that holds this piece of lace in place, just waiting for the journal to snuggle back in her. Okay, so we'll set this aside, and I'll do a flip through of this journal. And this journal is 32 pages back and front, and it measures 5 by 7. It has a lace and rhinestone buckle closure, and she is bound with pink seam binding. So we open her up, And I threaded the binding through the seam binding bow here, just, you know, just to keep it attached. And she's a soft cover. And so here's this first page with the corset, and again I added flat back beads to simulate the buttons, and I gave her a little organza ribbon bow there. I lined the whole front with this beautiful bow trim that I had, and to each bow, I don't know if you can see it, but each bow I accented it with a tiny flat back bead. And this is an applique that I dyed to match, and I scattered some vintage pearl beads on that. And then there's this other pink and white lace that I added under there just to build it up. And on the spine is this lattice looking trim. So let's open her up and take a look. And the first cover here, I hand stitched all around the cover with some pink embroidery thread. Made a little pocket here and accented it with a piece of pink velvet ribbon. And in this pocket, this little envelope that you can journal on, and a tag that you can also journal on. And then here is a polka dot, a flocked polka dot trim. Polka dots are on tulle. This first page, gorgeous, just like it is. So I only added an applique motif on the corner here. Over here, I made a little tuck spot with lace, and I added 3 ribbon roses, not roses, my bad, ribbon bows. Into this little tuck spot is one of the beautiful tags in Doreen's kit. You can journal on the back. On this page, I added this trim, same trim that was on the front of the journal, and I accented it with pearl beads. This other page, beautiful. I just used a ribbon trim here, a rose trim, I should say. And this is a Venice lace. And then here is a flower that I had, and I dyed it this light pink to match, and just use it there just as a filler in. And this page, and on this page is yeah, sorry about that, but this is a pocket where you can put something in here. And then I just edged it with this lace and a bow on the top. And here is another tulle page. Sorry about that. And here I just added a little rose motif. More of that rose trim. And here I made another tuck spot with lace. And so here's another card that can be journaled on. And this page is a pocket, and inside this pocket is just another piece of the kit that you can use to journal on. And we turn the page, and we just have this little piece of lace here that serves as a little tuck spot. And here's another card that can be journaled on. Now this page is also a pocket. I just added a little flat back beads to the roses that were on the shelf. And here is a page that you can journal on. If I can get it back in there. There we go. Here's the other side of that page. And here I added a heart-shaped paper doily. Here's another beautiful vintage sewing machine. And here I made a tuck spot with this lattice Venice lace trim. And in this tuck spot, I made a card, gave it a little skirt with 2 buttons, with 2, oh my goodness, with 2 ribbon roses. And so she tucks right back up in there, just like that. Now on this page, this is also a pocket to where I added a piece of page that you can journal on. And she tucks right back in here. We turn her over, and here is the middle of the journal. And this is a seam binding. On this page, another little tuck spot with another card to journal on. And also another piece of paper in here that you may journal on. This is the other side. Beautiful, beautiful. And here is a pocket I made, the same as the previous one. And in here I tucked one of the button cards. I sewed some buttons and added a little trim to it. And she tucks right back in there. Another pull-out that you can journal on. More of that lovely rose trim. The other half of that heart paper doily. And another pocket with more space to journal on. And then I made this tag with another beautiful sewing machine. And I added some lace to the bottom, to the top, gave it a little tie. And that's that. So in this pocket, it's another card that you can journal on. And then we have another tuck spot here. Beautiful dress form here. And this page, lace and pearls. And the other side of that tulle. And another pocket with another tag. And this page edged in that beautiful pink and white lace trim with some pearl beads onto it. The other half of that flower. And then this page is lined with pink velvet ribbon, and I added some little heart-shaped flat back beads to that. And this is the other side. Here is another tuck spot with the ribbon bows and another journaling spot in that pocket. On the other side, it's a little tuck spot, and I added 3 tags that you can journal on, and they tuck right back in there. And then we come to the last page, the cover, and there is that pink flock tulle, polka dot flock tulle, and another pocket with another tag for journaling. And we come to the end, and on the back is another little pocket with another tag that you can journal on the back. And so this is my pink silk journal in a box. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, I would appreciate you giving me a thumbs up or leaving me a comment. And I thank you very much for tuning in, and many blessings to you. Bye.